everyone. My name is Tara, and I'd like to welcome all of you to my first ever YouTube channel. This is going to be documenting my journey as I go through the process of having the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG, as we all like to call it. I am at the very beginning of this journey, and by very beginning I mean I had my initial consultation yesterday. So I've been to the seminar back in November of 2015. It is now January of 2016. So I went for the initial consultation yesterday. I plan to try to document everything that happened at that appointment and everything from here on out for two reasons. One, I'd like to have a video collection so I can look back and see where I was at, where I've gone, what I've gone through, the kind of emotional ups and downs, the physical changes, the challenges, the things that I've overcome. That's the first reason. The second reason is I've watched so many of your videos that I think I need to pay it forward and do the same for others that are following in our footsteps. So I found it very helpful to be able to watch some of the videos to prepare for what this journey is going to look like, and I want to do the same for other people. So I think it's only fair. So a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Tara, and I am 38 years old. I live in Southern Ohio, and I am married. I've been married for, we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary this July. Woohoo! So excited. Happily married. Can't say enough about him. I love him to death. We have two children, two boys, 13 and 18. My 18-year-old is in his first year of college, so he's away from home. He's about 2 hours away from here at Hocking College. He is in the culinary arts program. To see how well that's going to work out with my journey. He's specializing in the baking program, which makes it even worse, being the carbaholic that I am. Having all the breads and everything around is going to be a challenge, but it'll be okay. It's what he's passionate about, what he loves to do. So I'm happy for him. Anyway, a little bit about what I want to do with this channel is just kind of to share my story, kind of the processes, and I want to be a resource for people out there. I've really enjoyed what I've seen everyone else doing, so I kind of want to do the same. I am going to at some point share my email address. I'm going to have a Facebook page. I'm also on my Fitness Pal, so I'm going to share all of that information with you guys. If you want to be friends or you want to email me with questions, feel free. I want to be an open book as much as possible. I am a very introverted person, so this is kind of very unnatural for me to do this. As you can see, there's no one else here. It's just me and the animals right now. Eventually, I want to get to the point where I can feel comfortable enough to video around the family and things like that, and maybe even let some of my friends in on this. Right now I'm at a place where no one except my husband and one good friend that's going through the surgery herself on February 3rd of 2016. She's actually having the full gastric bypass done, though, not just the sleeve. So it's going to be a process to see who I wind up telling and who I leave out of the loop, but I think that's my prerogative. I can do that if I want to. So a little bit about what happened at my appointment yesterday. I had to be there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. When I first got there, I did the check-in. They took a copy of the driver's license and insurance card and all that good stuff. And then I started with the medical assistant. She was doing the height, weight, things like that. And she asked me if I had fasted, because that was one of the requirements to do the blood work. And I said yes, I had fasted for the 8 hours prior to that. So she, knowing that it was already 4 o'clock, and by this point probably 4:15, decided to make sure that I got to the lab. So we kind of rushed through the beginning process. Not that I missed anything by rushing, just cutting out all the nice chit chat and stuff like that. So she did the height and weight, and that was interesting because it gives you a printout of your body statistics, your BMI, how much of your body, what percentage is fat, what that weighs, what your bones weigh, what your organs and everything else inside weighs. And my BMI was 42.6 or so, I think. I've got a notebook here in front of me that I'm going to be referencing, so if you see me looking up and down, that's what it is. I'm looking down at the notebook here. Yeah, so the BMI is 42.6. My weight right now, I'm not going to go into too much of it, but I'm at 252.2 right now, so that puts me at the BMI of 42.6, which is morbidly obese, class 3, I believe. So about the worst that you can get. So we did all that good stuff, did the height, weight. She measured my neck size. Your neck size is an indication of whether or not you might have sleep apnea. They said that my neck was small enough that I actually had a small neck, that I didn't have to really worry about the sleep apnea test. So that was good. She also did an EKG while I was in there. I went and ran down and did the blood work because they closed at 5, so it was kind of a rush. I needed to get in and get the blood work. So they poked around forever, almost gave up because they couldn't get a vein to draw the blood out. But the last stick they did, they got it, and they took a lot of blood. They're looking for everything. The hospital that I'm going to be using is very, very thorough, and I'll get into some of that a little bit later. So from the blood work, I went back after that and met with the physician's assistant. The physician's assistant is going to be responsible for my care pretty much going forward. He'll be there through all of the appointments that I have to go through to the surgery, and then he'll be the one that I report to for all of my aftercare. And his name is Ivan Bennett, and he is fantastic. I can't wait to work with him. He's super friendly. The hospital that I'm going to is over an hour away from my house, and I found out that he actually lives in the community that had lived in the community that I live in now, which is this big. It's tiny, and he knew right where I live. And my town here has about 1,200 to 1,500 people, give or take. It's tiny, and he knew where it was, so that was pretty amazing. I was at rest after that. So I went and talked with Ivan, and he told me about the hospital's procedures, the way they work. They don't believe in pushing people through quickly. They don't want to just push you through like cattle. They want to make sure that you're prepared, that you understand what your life is going to be like after the surgery. So I talked to him about everything and felt really comfortable. One of the concerns that I had was, he said my insurance requires what I thought was a 6-month supervised diet, so a 6-month wait, which I didn't want to have to deal with a 6-month wait, but it was going to be required, so it is what it is. Turns out I have to do a 6-month unsupervised. So that means I can actually go back to any 6-month period in the last 2 years and basically write out month by month what I did, what I tried to lose weight, what I was successful with, what I wasn't, what kind of exercise I did or didn't do. I am pretty active, so I do have some things that I can record. I did do Weight Watchers, and I did have some success, but like so many other people, what goes off eventually comes back on again when you stop doing it. So that was a relief. I may not have to wait 6 months, and it's actually looking like it's going to be quite a bit quicker, which I'm excited about. So we talked about all of that. I asked him, my fear is with a BMI of 42.6, I'm close to that. BMI of 40, which is the limit. You have to be over 40 and not have any comorbidities, which at this point I don't think I do. So I was afraid that if over the next 2 months or so while we're doing all of the pre stuff and meeting with everyone, that if I'm successful, because I have to show that I can lose weight, if I'm too successful and fall under 40, then what? What do I do? Am I going to be excluded from my surgery? And he said, no, absolutely not. Your weight that they look at is from the weight where you're at today. So, as of yesterday, I was at the 252.2. So I can lose whatever I lose from here on out, and it'll still be fine. He recommended that I get back on tracking my food, which I know how to use my MyFitnessPal. I've tried that before, been there, done that, been successful there too. But again, if you don't stick with it. So he asked me to try to keep my calories under control, still be active, drink lots of water, just do things that you should be doing anyway, and start preparing yourself for after surgery. Recommended sipping, practicing sipping, because that's one of the hardest parts. No pop, nothing carbonated, so no pop, no beer, no champagne, no sparkling water, anything that's got bubbles in it, stay away from it. Not that it's a bad thing necessarily now, except it enlarges your stomach, so you want to eat more. But after surgery, carbonation is a no-no, because it can cause micro tears around your staples. So absolute no-no, which I like pop. I don't drink a lot of it. It's kind of a, Sunday on, watching football kind of thing that I might do that, but it's not something that's gonna wreck my life or anything. So I'm okay with that. The next steps for me, before they can submit to my insurance, which is huge, I need this to go through. I have Anthem Blue Cross here in Ohio. So if any of you have Blue Cross, Anthem Blue Cross in Ohio, and have questions, of course my plan may be different than yours, but I can try to help. But I highly recommend, instead of going out and doing your own research and thinking what you have to go through, let the professionals do it. I had myself convinced that I had a 6-month supervised weight loss attempt ahead of me, and it's not. It's 6 months unsupervised. So let the experts do their thing. And I will tell you, if you have a crappy physician's office that does not have everything prepared on your initial consultation, if they haven't already done that, go somewhere else. This hospital has been absolutely fantastic. Don't waste your time with offices that are unprepared and won't work for you. That's not what you're paying them for. So what I have to do from here, I've already done my labs, EKG. I don't have to do sleep apnea. They did the body composition. I told you about that. I have to do a surgeon consultation, nutrition consultation, behavioral consultation, and a fitness consultation. So surgeon, nutrition, fitness, and behavioral health with a psychologist. Like I said, today is January 22nd of 2016. My next appointment is on February 3rd. That is my nutritional meeting as well as meeting the surgeon. And then on February 26th, I have my behavioral consultation with the psychologist. And then on March 1st, I have the fitness consultation, which I'm excited about, because I actually love to work out, if you can believe that. I really do. I love lifting weights, and I love the strength. I love the feeling of it. I just hate going through the process when you have all this. So that's where I stand now. Once I get through the first 3 appointments, so the last one on February 26th, those are all the ones that the insurance requires, and then they'll submit for the approval. The fitness one's not required for insurance, but it is required for this hospital's program. I am using the University of Cincinnati. That's the hospital that I'm going through. So it's UC Westchester. It's Westchester Hospital. They are a blue distinction center. That's through my insurance company. It's what Anthem looks for. Highly rated hospital. I'm totally comfortable. I did some research. There's a couple of those blue distinction centers around my area within about an hour or 2 from here, but I really like UC and in the Westchester area it's clean and it's not scary. I thought about going to Dayton to Miami Valley Hospital, and I'm sorry to anyone that goes to Miami Valley or lives in Dayton. It's no offense to you. I had both of my kids there and I was taken very well care of, but the area in Westchester is just amazing, and it's up and coming, and it's modern. The hospital's new. All of the rooms are private rooms, so I don't have to worry about sharing a space with some stranger. So that's what, excuse me, that's why I chose UC Westchester. I'm going to be meeting with Dr. Thompson. There's two doctors. There's Dr. Thompson and Dr. Watkins. Seems like everybody wants Dr. Watkins, and I think that's part of the reason is when you look at their bio sheet, he's the first one, so they automatically assume that Dr. Watkins is the best. But Dr. Dr. Thompson, I could schedule 2 of my pre-op appointments on the same day if I use Dr. Thompson. And since I'm an hour 15 minutes away, I want to try to minimize how much time I have to take off of work to go and see them. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Like I said, very, very beginning stages of this whole thing. It's going to be an exciting journey. I'm not going to be posting super often. When I have an update on something, I'll come on, or if I have some profound, life-changing thoughts that I feel like I need to share, I'll come back on. But until then, I wish you all the best. If you want to email me, I've already got that account up and running, so you can email me. It is tarathrives@yahoo.com. That's tarathrives@yahoo.com. Email me any questions. I'm working on getting that Facebook page up and going. It's going to be the same. You can go there now if you want to. It's created. It's Tara Thrives. But there's nothing there. I don't even have any pictures or anything. But you're welcome to go ahead and like the page and start following me, and I'll be posting pictures and stuff there as I go along. So I look forward to chatting with you guys. Comment anywhere, anything that you want, ask any questions. I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you again soon. Thanks.